checking to go. A lot of these was lost. They broke. They think it's my fault.
All right, Coach, first opened back in 2017. There's a look at the gleaming new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Atlanta Falcons. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go, run the ball after it.
Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now it's Trubisky. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play?
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Takk McKinley in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. On second down, Trubisky. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Vic Beasley in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sack's on back-to-back plays. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And Instead, they want to throw it off play action. Throw left side complete. It's Burton. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
Go! 18. Gotta go. Lock in.
They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. And it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. Pretty fortunate there, the interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call into question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. Now Ryan on 2nd down. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
22!
On 3rd and goal, Ryan. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And Elliott puts this one through. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Pass incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Let's go. Run the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him well behind the line of scrimmage. Gosh, it's a loss of 17, and it'll be 4th down. Now, remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time.
Lock in, lock in. Gotta go, gotta go.
They'll try and throw for it here. Try to lay one up deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down. Where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Lock in.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's going to air one out. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now it's Trubisky. Going to throw right side here, complete. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Well, here's something you don't see too often. They're 0 for 2 converting these in the opening quarter, but they're trying a 3rd time here on 4th down.
Blue.
They're going to try and throw. And And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. On first down, Ryan. And incomplete on the deep ball. Will Fuller was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan, his second touchdown pass of this opening quarter. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Trubisky. Caught out left side by Robinson. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty? When you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Lock in, lock in.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Sheldon Rankins in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Now Trubisky to throw. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Well, that kind of catch is supposed to pay off with at least a first down, isn't it?
Instead, he'll just add it to his highlight reel, but they don't pick up the first.
Yeah, he gets the yardage, he gets the catch, but now they have a decision to make.
Trubisky will throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out.
Hey, let's go. 20. Hey, pull down. 12. Hey, Tuesday.
Here's Ryan to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And, it'll be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. After the interception, here's Trubisky. And his throw is incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Second and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Vic Beasley in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Lock in, lock in. Lock in, lock in. Hands up.
Now Trubisky. Wide open receiver complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Here's Trubisky to throw. And just as you called it after the earlier sack, they set up the screen. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Defensively, looks like they were thinking the same thing you were. You mentioned maybe being able to hit them with some screens, but they were ready.
Yeah, it's not just the guys who had the headsets on offense that do the thinking, right? They saw, they understood what they did, and said, you know something, how would you try to play it against us? And they were ready for it.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hands up. Hands up. Lock in, lock in. Move.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's got some space here. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Terrell Basham in there to make this. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Ryan. He'll buy some time right. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go.
Now Ryan on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. Give him 30 yards there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now it's Ryan. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. They'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
This is Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Bears on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Trubisky. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete here.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. Escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete. Giovanni Bernard, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Now Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Akeem Hicks in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Onto the field now come the Bears. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Hurry, hurry!
Throwing here, Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
On second down, here's Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burton. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Lock in.
On first down, they run with Howard. Oh, he trucked him. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
18. Lock in.
They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Blue. 18. Lock in.
On second down, Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it.
Lock in, lock in. Lock in, lock in. Ran, tough.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. Parkey with the extra point, and that'll make it 24-7. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he will find Ridley on the left side. Calvin Ridley, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it.
Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Takk McKinley in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Now Trubisky to throw on second. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan now with 5 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. Elliott good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Elliott now to kick this one away. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll start things on first with Tony Cohen. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he finds Howard complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. On second down, Ryan. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown. And frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. It's a pickup of 3, but still little work to do on 3rd and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he fends him off. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Terrell Basham in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
see it, you see it.
Trubisky with a give to Howard. Finding some room at midfield. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. It's a big-time run by Jordan Howard. 61 yards. So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1-yard line. I want to carry it in.
We'll see if they reward him on this next play.
We're go, let's go.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
Hey. Set up. 180. Red, up.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Steps away to his left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Dante Fowler in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. On 3rd and goal, Trubisky. That's going to be caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker.
We go. You see it? We're go, let's go. Hey, 18.
4th down. Here's Trubisky. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. And here now come the Falcons. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. After the interception, here's Trubisky. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate Big plays for an offense.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. On first down, Trubisky. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tech McKinley getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon.
18. Lock in. Red, up. Hey, 18.
They're going on 4th down. It's Trubisky. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Robinson. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears cut into that lead. Now Parkey for the extra point. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. His throw caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward is just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Oh, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Flushed out right, and that'll be incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield and try and hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Right.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. He's going to fire one deep. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley, 32 yards. And the Falcons add on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now Cohen, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
18. Stop. 180.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And not much running room. Down to the 32. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
11.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Gotta love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's Ryan. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Akeem Hicks in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the gun, it's Ryan. And the pressure gets to him again.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And Elliott puts this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. They pitch out to Howard. Able to slither by. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On 3rd down, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
2 spins. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Hey, wait. Hey, gun. Space.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. Yeah, he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Austin Seferian-Jenkins with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Elliott now to add the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Elliott now to kick this one away. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start with a give to Cohen. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Lock in, lock in. Lock in, lock in. Move.
Here's Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. A Chicago 1st down, the former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
They go play action. Trubisky under pressure again, and down he goes again. Tack McKinley. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. Looking left sideline. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
21.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Freeman again. And some space here. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And that's the type of run that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial.
Go. Go. Safe. Watch the egg. Ready, go.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So the penalty erases their earlier loss. Now it's 2nd and 8. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.